Today, we have an absolute legend on the show today that needs no introduction, Scott Stapp from Creed. Did want to talk a little bit about your solo career, and then also kind of what I guess prompted it. Because let's be real, like Creed was and still is so iconic. You could have just retired, and been happy. Like, so why did you keep going with your solo career?
Well, I mean, I create music. It's what I do, and it's what I have a passion for. And so it only made sense when Creed broke up the first time that I just continue doing what I love and continue making music and continue putting out records. So it was really a no-brainer. I was young and wanted to continue.
Well, I can honestly say that we are very happy you chose not to retire after that. But also, because I was thinking about this too, like last night actually, if you would have just retired and lived your life, we would never have experienced Higher Power or What I Deserve from your upcoming album coming out in March of 2024. It seems like it's so far from now, but I know it's gonna come up quick. But what can you tell us now for all of the people that are just very impatient?
Well, I'd say we're going to continue to kind of roll out songs off the record between now and March. And so there'll be another release off the album here coming up in the next month or so. And then we'll do another one. I really wanted to, and I think the label did too, wanted to showcase to the fans, what this album was kind of all about, and really show the heart and soul that was put into it, and the life experience that this album represents. Because again, which has kind of been my pattern as a songwriter and as an artist, is my records reflect what's going on in my life at the time. It's like a time capsule of my life story. And so this album is no different. And so I hope that, it connects with people, seeing that it already has. And I'm excited to continue to share these songs about my journey through life, because it just reminds me I'm not alone in the world. There's others out there going through the same things, experiencing the same things, and also connecting with songs in a different way, not necessarily exactly, what inspired me to write the song, but connecting to a song based on their experience that may be different than what inspired it. And that's the beauty of music. And so I'm excited to get this album out. It couldn't come fast enough.
I know. I feel the same. But I also heard that there is going to be a special guest on the album. Is that right?
Yeah, we have a couple special guests on the record. Giannis Papadopoulos from
Yes.
Athens, Greece, who's been playing guitar with me for, oh man, coming up on 9 years. He's a featured artist on this record. And then I have collaboration and duet Dorothy on this record.
I
And
love
so
her. I love her.
I'm excited to share that with everyone. It's my first ever duet. And so excited to share that with the world.
Wow, your first duet, and it's with Dorothy. That's insane. Oh my gosh. I'm super happy for you.
Thank you. I got to thank Scott Stevens, one of my producers, and also co-songwriters and collaborators on this record. He was working with her out in California at the time, and I'm here in Nashville. And I was searching for the right person to do the duet with me. And so there were a couple other female artists in contention, and here in Nashville locally. And by chance, they ended up doing duets with other artists. And so that kind of eliminated them from doing one with me. And so I reached out to Scott and asked him, do you have anybody in mind? And he's like, well, hey, I'm in the studio here with Dorothy working on her record. I'll play her the song and see if she's interested. And so he played her the song. She connected with the song and agreed to do it. She recorded it there in LA with Scott Stevens, and then they sent it to me. And I was blown away by her performance. So I can't wait to share that with everybody.
Oh, I'm super excited. We're gonna have to play it like when it comes out. We'll play it on rock, so it'll be amazing. So I also did want to talk a little bit about your time in Creed, which was very successful since the very beginning. I feel like, Creed has always been and still is such an iconic band and just has had such a huge like social impact. Like your songs are in every grocery store in America. Kids who weren't even born around the height of Creed are listening to them now. And even
Yeah,
the Texas Rangers have attributed their success this season to Creed.
yeah,
That is insane.
yeah. I always say at my shows, people ask me, when did you know you made it? And that's changed over the course of my career. And I tell you what, you really know you've made it, and that you've got a career in this business when you hear your songs in the grocery store, and when you hear your songs in the elevator, the Muzak version, where it's like a symphony and a violin is playing the vocal part. That's when I knew. When I made it to the elevators, I knew that, hey, I think I might have some longevity in this business.
Yeah, that's so funny. But when you were writing those songs, recording those songs, like in that moment, did you know like, yeah, this is going down in history?
In my youthful naivety, um, I thought that we had some special music, and I really thought that at the time we were going to connect with a lot of people. Now I was ignorant to the fact of how difficult that is to do in the music business, but my dreams came true, and so I'm just grateful the songs connected and have stood the test of time all these years, because it's something that, knowing what I know now, is so difficult. And so it's such a gift and a blessing. And I'm just so grateful to the fans and everyone who's connected with the music over the years.
Wow. I've been doing my research, preparing for the interview today, and just like it just blows my mind, just all this stuff. So that's really cool.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and like you said, with the Rangers, that was out of nowhere. It was so surreal, especially being a sports fan, being a former, I played baseball in high school, wanted to play in college, and to have it connect with them and be a source of inspiration and bring the team together was just surreal for me. And to get to go out to Arlington and be a part of that playoff experience with the team and have my family there and my kids see it was just a gift. And
Uh,
so I'm grateful to the Rangers and glad they won. You know, it would have been good.
yeah,
It,
yeah, yeah.
it,
That would have been a
it,
little embarrassing.
yeah, exactly. So I'm glad the song "Higher" took them higher to the World Series, and so
Yes.
we're behind the Rangers all the way.
Yes. Well, here in Corpus, we might be Astros fans, but I'm
Yeah, so sorry.
well, personally, I prefer the Rangers, but
You know what's funny is I've had a relationship with the Astros over the years, and they've been incredibly kind to me and my family over the years with getting us tickets, letting us do batting practice, and so I love that organization and love the friends that we have there at the Houston Astros. So I hope they're not taking it too tough that we jumped on the Rangers bandwagon. But when a team just embraces the band like that, we got to support them,
yeah.
and we did, and we're glad that we did.
Yes. Well, I'm sure they're glad to. But I also wanted to talk about kind of the reunion a little bit because
Yeah.
you guys were on hiatus for eight
Yes.
years, right?
8 to 10. I don't know exactly, but it's been a while. Yeah. I think since 2012.
2000.
So
Yeah, so
yeah,
a long, long time. But can
yeah.
you kind of walk us through like how did this reunion even happen? Like, did someone just call everyone up and was like, "Hey, we need to do something. We need to do it now."
That's pretty much how it happened. It happened pretty fast. Management had been speaking for a long time about it, and so the time came, and everyone reached out, and everyone was in agreement. and we said, let's do it. So it was that simple.
Oh, okay. Good to know. You know, and I think also what is on fans' minds right now is that with this reunion, are we going to experience the same like Creed that we've known and loved, or will we be seeing a new side to Creed?
You know what? I don't know how to answer that question. You know, we're all older, but we're all seasoned performers and veterans, and so I actually think it's going to be the best version of Creed. To be honest with you, I think, you know, we've all been out doing our own things and just continuing to grow as artists and performers and musicians, and so I'm predicting it's going to be the best Creed presentation you'll ever see.
Okay, so it's going to be a little different, but it's going to be better. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
And one more question for you today. So, what is the ultimate goal for you and the band? Because I'm a goal person, you know, like everything I do, what is the goal? You know, why am I doing this?
I mean, right now it's just to bring the best rock show we can bring to the fans that have embraced us and stuck by us all these years. And so we want to bring it every night. We want to play the songs that they know and love, also deep cuts that we know that they know and love, and really bring them the best rock show that we can bring them with all the passion, vigor, and energy that we can muster after all these years. So that's where we're at.
Thank you so much, Scott Stapp, for being on the show. And here is his latest single, Higher Power.
Sound of the living dead. Life had forsaken me, left me alone to bleed. I was ready to meet my maker. The day I died was the day I came back to life. Now I'm alive. I walk through fire, I survived. I'm burning brighter, standing on top. Screaming in my head. Where is your God now? Pulling out nails from the coffin they call my bed.